Rules are used in IRI Workbench so that a consistent result is produced all sources involved in the project. Rules are added to a library per project because you may want different output depending on the project you are working on. To start, make sure that you have a project for your job. You can see here I have the folder called Demo in my Project Explorer. Workbench provides many different options for rules: field rules, section rules, dark data rules. Those have their own options, which can include encryption, hashing, studentization, replacement, just to name a few. To decide which rule to use, you need to know the data types, reversibility needs, and what you want your output to look like. In this example, we will use 3 types of rules: a partial redaction, format preserving encryption, and a pseudonymization. Start by going to the IRI menu and selecting New Rule. I am going to be using field rules in these examples. As you can see on the screen, there are multiple different types of options. Your list may not match this as we are constantly adding new rules. In this particular instance, I'm going to select the redaction rule. And you can see in the upper section, I can select a predefined masks. This particular one will replace all characters in the field with asterisks. If I use the drop-down, I can see that there are multiple predefined masks, mostly having to do with country PIN numbers. There's a credit card. There's a social security number for US. So you can see this particular one will mask the first 5 digits of the characters and preserve the dashes. I happen to know that my field does not include dashes, so I can make a custom mask. I'm going to continue to use the asterisk, and I'm going to start with position 1 for a length of 5. Click Add and Finish. As you can see, a rule library was added to my project, and I can see the details of those particular rules in the lower section in my Properties view. I'm going to add another rule that is a encryption rule, and you can see in this list there's multiple options to choose from. The encryption functions start with ENC, and if you'd like reversibility, make sure that there is a matching DEC function for decryption. I'm going to select format preserving. This one is particularly helpful when you have a database column as a target because it preserves the length of the original data, and it also preserves the character set. So uppercase are replaced with uppercase, lowercase with lowercase, digits with digits. I'm going to type in secret for my passphrase. I can also use a passphrase file. If I would like the encryption to be unreversible, I would leave the passphrase blank, and a random set of characters will be used internally during the job, and that will make this unreversible. So if you would like your encryption to be reversible, make sure you save your passphrase. The third option I'm going to do is a pseudonymization. To use a pseudonymization, you must have a replacement set available or use one of our predefined ones. In this particular case, I want to use a 2-column set containing replacement value lookups. You can see that here in my editor. The first column is sorted alphabetically, and the second column is replacement values. This is just a simple text file with a tab delimiter. So to use that, I will be selecting a pseudonymization rule. As you can see in the upper section, you can use the provided set files. These are single column set files that will replace your value with a random draw out of the set file provided. I know that I'm using a 2-column set file, so I'm going to use my own down at the bottom. Select the set file I showed you previously and select Use as Lookup. This option also will replace any value it does not find with the term missing, and this can be edited as needed. And I click Finish. If I go back to my rule library, I can see that I have 3 rules, and if I expand on them, I can look at the details down below and see the actual function as it will be used in the job scripts.